Hello, my fellow magicians of all ages, races, genders, and species. I am the Feral Elf, and I'm here to lead you to the Mega Happy Timeline. I'm broadcasting to you from a dimension where the apocalypse has already occurred. In the bad way. Portals opening and closing without warning, demons running rampant, alien colony ships occupying the skies, the moon. I don't even know what to say about it. But here's the thing. Your dimension is just beginning to crack. You are in the early stages of cosmic meltdown, and believe me, it can go better for you. That is why I'm here. Via the divinatory sciences, the high art of authentic fiction, and a little tactical chaos magic, I will help you decode the signs, sidestep the soul traps, and maybe survive to ascend to the next dimension, the next level, with your empathy intact. Let's stay exceptionally weird. Let's get grounded and let's begin. And we begin as usual with the ear check, because while I am back here, you cannot see my elf ears. But in fact, I am, as you can see, the feral elf. You can see my little ears. I was in fact transmorgified by the apocalypse and transitioning to another dimension and timeline, but due to the dimensional glitching, you can't always see my ears when I'm back here. So just know that they're there, and so we do our little check. And now we will begin the read. I have our cards laid out, but not flipped up. So let's see what's going on today. Well, it looks like you or someone around you is being offered a significant amount of support for an actual injustice or a perceived injustice. Let's see here. Unfairness, lack of accountability, guilt, dishonesty, punishment. So something unfortunate may have happened to you, or you're perceiving it that way. Well, either way, someone or you is receiving support here. So it actually happened, or, you know, it's a perception, but we'll see. Or maybe that you're offered something due to an injustice having occurred. Six of Swords on the strength. So it's just strength and moving on. So I mean, that's just, if there was an injustice, it's sort of like we're moving away from that now. You are, somebody else is. And you or somebody else is most definitely being guided, yes. Just the Page of Cups. Okay, because we have the Page of Cups and the Ten of Wands come out. Do I need this Ten of Wands? No. Okay. So the Page of Cups is on the Ace of Cups. At the moment, this could all just be like spiritual support. I heard a no on that. So potentially if you have not had someone reach out to you, or you haven't reached out to someone, that will be upcoming, or it's already happening during some sort of transition. An injustice towards the Empress, or is it an injustice towards the Empress? Yes. Okay, so there was an actual injustice. Yes, I'm hearing there was an actual injustice. We might look at it, though I'm hearing a no. It's irrelevant because Six of Swords, we're moving on from it. Either you or someone else is moving on from it, so we're not going to dwell in it, right? Because we have the support here. So there was some actual injustice that happened, but it looks like things are okay. Chariot on this Six of Swords, so I mean, it's like moving quickly away, and with confidence as well. So whoever is coming or going, both parties could be moving with confidence, one maybe, or like kind of both are. So I don't know if this is like an apology or something, or if it's just caregiving for these cups. Judgment, my goodness. Somebody, like, even if it's just, well, we said like it's not just spirit. Is it just spiritual support? No, it's like somebody has seen what's gone down here. Judgment. Somebody has seen what's gone down here, and they're like, that's jacked up. This person did not deserve that, and I am gonna at least say something. So the injustice was witnessed by at least one other. A King of Swords here. A King of Swords. Is that a real person? Yes. That's not a spirit? Is that a spirit? No. Okay, I'm just making sure. So we have a King of Swords. Is the King of Swords the one who committed the injustice? Yes. Okay, so the King of Swords is not the one. The King of Swords is the one who's apologizing? I mean, yes, whoever committed the injustice is potentially apologizing. Okay, so, all right, we're pulling on our cups. There's more information on the cups. I don't know, somebody might have been, like that Judgment card, somebody might have been convicted, girl, non-gender girl. It's like, you know you were wrong for that. But see, the thing is, if somebody's already in the energy of recognizing the injustice and apologizing, we do not need to relitigate the injustice. We don't hold that against people if they're already moving through the energy and making things correct. All right, this Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, the Hermit, the Knight of Cups, and the Sun. So whoever this is, they've received, like, they're gonna, whoever this is, if this is happening to you, like you're the one who received the injustice, somebody's going to be coming to you in like greater wisdom and compassion and clarity. If you are the one who has been convicted, if you know that you inadvertently or intentionally committed an injustice, then this is what you're going to do. And then so we have other information on our King of Swords. So we'll get information on him, and then probably we'll just wrap it up unless I get pressed for anything else. Because I mean, it's pretty good energy. Let's see, this King of Swords. Ooh, the World Girl, non-gender girl. I don't know why I said that way. The High Priestess and the Tower. Well, now I am kind of curious. Is this person, whoever they are, a King of Swords can be a little bit overly intellectual or harsh or like quick, like too quick to do certain things. Not as quick as like, you know, the Knight or, you know, the King or the Knight of Wands or Queen of Wands even. But that's a strategist, right? Like a military strategist, like a general. So I don't know. The King of Swords can be a bit too quick to do things, too harsh, think they're right all the time. That can lead to these sorts of things. But the High Priestess under them, and this person isn't stupid. This person does have inner wisdom, inner insight. So they know. They're kind of aware that they fucked something up. Yes. Okay, I'm going to get one on this one. The High Priestess is just, we know this person because the Hermit is out as well. This person does have inner wisdom. It's just that sometimes I think probably they're doing, or it feels like a sense of rightness. It's like their sense of rightness and like, I know what I'm doing is kind of overrides like their greater wisdom. So the World, the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords on that World. They're thinking about, so the World in this case is like an ending. Something ended here, and this person is like, they're thinking about, they're like ruminating on it. Eight of Swords on the World, I'm ruminating about this because their inner wisdom, their judgment, you know, Holy Spirit, girl, non-gender girl, is like, look, you did this. You just jacked up. So let's see the Tower. I think that just means they, like, that's what they're ruminating on. Like, I really made a mess of this. Right, because someone's leaving. So it could be that this person's trying to catch up with the one who's leaving or something like that. The Tower, Two of Wands on the Tower? I mean, they could just be self-reflecting because this has already happened. The injustice has already happened. It's already over, and we've had a departure. And so it just seems like this person is, like, the Tower isn't something that they're gonna do, I don't think. No, it is, Eight of Wands. So they're planning to do something suddenly. This person, whoever this person is, they tend to act quickly. We already had the Empress out. The Queen of Pentacles is this Empress. Yes, okay. So they're planning on maybe acting quickly or sending a message quickly or several messages. There's energy being directed to this Empress. I'll pull on this Eight of Wands, see if we can get it in one. Is Knight of Swords on the Eight of Wands. So some sort of maybe rapid communication. Some sort of rapid communication after this person kind of ruminates enough about like what they did, girl, not under girl, whatever it was. So let's go ahead and get the final advice outcome. And they didn't want Jesus today. We're gonna end up closing with 3 bobs. We have 3 bobs today. Final advice outcome, sudden awareness. Okay, well, somebody realized something. That's the Four of Cups in the reverse. The Emperor, girl, non-gender girl. You see these Emperors, they've been messing stuff up. But the Emperor has had sudden insight. 5 of Swords, conflict, disagreement, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies. See, this Emperor, whoever this Emperor was, they're realizing that they were shit, girl, non-gender girl. Shit. There was a fight. Devil on that 5 of Swords, girl, non-gender girl. Devil on that 5 of Swords. This person rebuked in the name of Jesus, girl, non-gender girl, rebuked all to heck and back. All right, that's why. But anyway, this person knows, or they will know, it's not something that they can hide from themselves. It doesn't look like they're intending to hide from it, and it looks like they have at least something to say. Don't know how that will be manifesting for you, or if this is you and you hecked something up. Bringing in our 3 bobs now. Okay, Bob says, go out on a limb. That's where the fruit is. So this person, yeah, like after an injustice happens, you kind of, you have to have the ability to self-reflect on it, be aware of it, have the humility to recognize it. And then, I mean, what's really great is when people can go out on a limb and say, I was wrong about this. I'm sorry, like all that kind of stuff. That's kind of like the ultimate like happy outcome. However, that doesn't necessarily have to happen. Like both parties have to agree. So if you know that there is someone who has committed an injustice against you, you should check with your people, check with God, test the Tao and all of that stuff and see if this should be someone that you should open up your heart to receive words in person. See if like that's all within accordance, because everybody can always recognize what they've done and forgive like kind of in their own space. And sometimes that is for the best. But if there is agreement in the energy, if you forge the soul contracts, girl, then you will both meet again in materiality for the in-person healing to be done. Bob also says, this is not something you should labor over or worry about. Enjoy it. If painting does nothing else, it should make you happy. So this isn't something you need to stress out about if you are not even if you are the person who did the injustice, that you like recognized it, that you see it, and that you like really want to make amends and all that stuff. Like that's the only point of like, I don't know, like guilt or shame. It's like if you feel that, great, but like it's not something that should stay with you. It's just like a little marker, right? The shame or the like that like in your spirit, in your deep inside, that's just to point out to you, hey, you stepped out of your integrity here, and it's nothing to beat yourself up over, but you need to recognize this so you don't do it again. And also, like, if there needs to be like amends made, then you do that way. And then the other person, like what I'm saying, there has to be an agreement. So the other person doesn't need to stress or worry about saying sorry to someone if the other person is in the same energy and would not hold that thing over the other person's head. And that's what I mean by the two people have to be like in agreement for the actual healing to happen. The one person has to be able to be willing to meet the other in humility and apologize. And then the other person has to be able to meet that person in humility and accept the apology for real and move past that stuff, okay? And not be like, well, you did, and like all that stuff, because that doesn't help anybody. And so either party doesn't need to like, this is going to happen organically if it's going to happen like in materiality. So it's nothing that you have to do anything about or stress out about. Bob finally says, you have to allow the paint to break to make it beautiful. And sometimes, you know, it's very mysterious. Girl, not a girl. No matter what sort of relationship this is, whether it is a family member, a friend, somebody in business, whatever, a lover, no matter who it is. Sometimes you need to have those kinds of painful moments in your relationships with others in order for you to recognize kind of what they are. And also the healing tends to make both parties stronger and the relationship a lot better, because what that means is you can withstand the test of even very extreme conflict and come back from that, and you're re-solidified anew. So, my dear triple ipsissimus occultist, you have reached the checkpoint. You get to save your progress. If you felt something stirring in your gut, your spirit, or the shadows within or without the shelter that you probably don't own, it is likely just the truth trying to get your attention. Probably. So until next time, light a candle, banish regularly, say hey to the local humans and non-humans in your area for me, and always remember, while it may be dark, you're not alone, and you're not crazy. Probably. You're just ahead of the curve. I'm the Feral Elf. On this channel, we stay truly strange and respectfully sovereign. I'll see you soon in our next transmission.